Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday, and welcome to another episode here on the MFM podcast. My name is Dallas Pruitt, and today I want to kind of build on some things that I was able to extract from this past Tuesday's episode with Nancy and Abraham. It was a pleasure having them on the podcast when they were able to be on, and their story is inspiring. You should go listen to it. It's filled with some common themes that you will see in the lives of and processes of many people who find success in this business, because success leaves clues. There's patterns, and really some of these things are basic. It's just being able to consistently deliver on them for a very long period of time. I want to highlight something that they shared in their episode. And before I do, and I dive into all these details, just kind of a quick rundown on the show. Every week we share interviews, stories of those who are striving to create success in the multifamily space. A lot of these people are either industry professionals who are a part of our network or students who have come through the MFM program. And then on Thursdays, we dive into the mental side of business. We dive into the mental game so that you can dial your mindset in to produce the types of results that you want to achieve on your journey. So that's a little rundown on the show. And then we have these new episodes that we pop out every Friday called the Multifamily Minute, where one of our coaches, Kyle Brown or Zach Rucker, dive into something very specific in the multifamily space to help you deepen your skill set, deepen your knowledge, so that you can go out and again generate greater success in your pursuits. So grateful to have you on the show. And let's come back to what I was addressing. In their interview, they shared, Abraham specifically shared that he believes that there's never a right time. If you want to do something, you have to go out. You have the responsibility to go out and find the opportunity and then do it. And this is very true. There really is not a perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. There will be better times than other times, but ultimately, you are the designer of your life. And you get to make those decisions. And the best time for change is the second you decide that it's time for a change. And that's the beauty of it, and it's the truth of it. Other people, as you do this, I wanted to highlight something. As you do this in every stage of your build, in every stage of your life, in every stage of your business, as you make these decisions to change, to pivot, to do something different, to go after the next thing, there are many people out there who are going to project their own thoughts and their own beliefs out onto you. It happens all the time. A lot of the time, it's the people closest to you who will do this. And it's something that if you're new here, if you're seasoned here, it doesn't really matter. You must be aware of this. And when you find yourself falling into their thoughts, their beliefs, their system, it's your job to course correct. I talk about catching yourself in error-ridden thinking often, and it is your job to course correct back to truth, back to your situation, back to your reality. And I loved how in their story they talked about how people were saying, you're missing out, and they just reframed it to themselves and said, no, we're not missing out. We're building a life for ourselves, for our family, one that we feel called to build. And it's such a beautiful way to look at that because it's truth. Again, everybody's priorities are different. Everybody's goals are different. Everybody's lives are different. Everybody's callings are different. And when you believe that and you know that to be true, you're really never missing out on anything outside of shirking or, trying to get outside of your own tasks and responsibilities. And again, each of those are different for each one of us. So it's a powerful reframe. It's one that they use, and it's one that you should use. It's inevitable, though. I said that really fast. Let me slow down. I have a tendency to do that. It's inevitable, though. If you choose to go after it, whatever it is for you, which many of you have chosen multifamily, syndication, real estate as it's inevitable. You're going to face a season of famine. You're going to face a season of struggle. Or rather, you're going to face seasons of famine, seasons of struggle. The truth about success is that nobody succeeds all the time, and no one is destined to be a failure either, forever. That's not how it works. How it really goes for the ambitious few that truly choose to lean fully in and go after that thing they feel called to do is it's an ongoing process of success and failure. It's both. Life is a game. Multifamily is a game. Business is a game. And from what I've learned in business is it's just like baseball growing up. If you play the game long enough, you will eventually figure it out. It's a mindset. Failure is success delayed, and success is failure delayed. Many people get themselves in trouble because they live and focus on the big win, and they think that when they get there, that things will just be cake. And it is so far from the truth, and it's a very scary type of mentality to adopt. It's a very scary system to operate from. The reality is, again, success is failure delayed, and failure is success delayed. It's a process. It's an ongoing process. You will continue to need to figure things out within the new seasons of each stage of this game that you are playing. So it's important that you just keep making moves. It's been really interesting within one of the partnerships that I have in life and business. I had my partner come up to me and he was asking questions about, oh man, he was just like lots of overthinking, and he was just kind of spewing it out of his mind to me to get it out of his mouth so we could kind of get it all organized, right? All these different thoughts and you know, what if this and could have this and I just said, look, at this stage, this season, it really is important that we just focus on making the next right move, just doing the next right thing. And I found that to be a very powerful mindset and a very powerful operation for me personally as a business owner. Because again, if you get too far out ahead, living in the future, you're going to ruminate and create problems that don't even exist, or address problems that don't even yet exist and might not ever exist. In fact, most of the time, they won't ever be a thing. I want everybody listening today to understand that everything is temporary. Everything you're going through right now, even though it might not feel like it, is temporary in your business. And once you realize that these things are temporary, you give yourself the freedom and the courage to start playing the game a little bit differently. So with all of this in mind, including my sports analogy or reference from earlier today with baseball and it being a game, and this, the multifamily thing being a game, business being a game, syndication, all of it, I wanted to share 3 sports psychology secrets that you can use in your business, in the building of your business, in the new building of your life with your current priorities and what you've decided to go after. And as you do, as you deliver on these things, I promise you the results will start to speak for themselves. So in no particular order, here we go. Strategy number 1 is talk to yourself. Negative thoughts bring your confidence down. Ruminating on negativity is not a recipe for sustainable long-term success. Leaders understand this and they manage it really well. They learn to manage it really well over the course of time. So my invite is to catch yourself in negative thought cycles and reaffirm yourself with the truth regularly. Reaffirm yourself with the truth. When you get stuck in a rut, I can do this. I am ready to take the next step forward. I am ready to move forward. I am strong. I start strong. I finish even stronger. Reaffirm these types of things and then repeat it, talking to yourself. This is an ongoing process, and this is how you rewire your mind. Strategy number 2 is visualization. Leaders have a compelling vision for what they want. It's clear, and they do a great job of visualizing it really every single day for the most part. I can't remember a day that I didn't spend time visualizing my future business or endpoint or the goals that I'm set out to accomplish years ago that I'm still working on once that vision overtook me. That it became such a prominent, such a powerful magnetic thing in my life that I could no longer ignore it. I added detail after detail after detail once that started. You can do the same thing with your goals in your life. Create things twice by mentally rehearsing the results in advance in your head before you go out and create those things. I can't tell you how many experiences I've had where I feel like I've lived that thing before. And the reality is because I have in my mind, I've experienced that. So what does it look like for you? How does it feel? Who is with you? These are powerful questions to ask yourself. Mentally rehearse your day as you approach each day. And then as you do these things, as you make wise use of this strategy in your life, you will increase your motivation, you're going to increase your performance, and you're going to become more and more resilient in the face of adversity. And strategy number 3 on today's episode is this. It's one of my favorites. It's called the superhero effect. This is a real strategy that a couple people here that I'm going to mention are prime examples of using it in their own professional careers. It's where you adopt a character to complete a task or gain confidence. You use it in particular situations where things are stressful and they're hard and they're not easy and you need to be at your best. Energy must be high and you need to deliver. Kobe Bryant was a prime example of this with his Black Mamba character. Bo Jackson, prime example of this. Many of you who come from that era might not have known this, but he used Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th as his alter ego. These guys tapped into the characteristics and the attributes needed to achieve success. And as they did this, they became unstoppable. You couple that with their hard work ethic, their discipline, and so many other things, and these guys and gals, they were unstoppable. You can do the same. You can be the same for almost anything. You can use this for almost anything. Presentations, for interviews, for phone calls with brokers, general life, events that you're going to, whatever it is. My alter ego is D. I'll explain that on a different podcast episode. As we close things out today, here's a bonus strategy for you all. Okay, you can add this one to your repertoire, so ringing in the total of 4 today, and that is this: train and trust. TT. Whether it's underwriting, whether it's building relationships, whether it's capital raising, whatever that is for you, whatever it is you do, whatever the hats are that you hold, the seats that you hold, work hard at those things consistently and work smart at those things. Then when it's time to perform, it's as simple as trusting yourself, trusting the process, and trusting your capabilities, trusting the skill sets that you've cultivated and developed. I see so many people who doubt themselves when it's time to show up. I've been there myself, where you let your fear get the best of you, where you allow the overthinking to take hold of you. Look, the reality is if you've paid your dues and you've put in the time, you can let go of the fear and trust all that massive amount of energy that you've put into your preparation. All right, my friends, there you go. 4 strategies that you can literally take today and go integrate into your daily system and approach to help you refine who it is you are, how you're showing up, what you're building, and make everything even better in your business and your life. It is an absolute pleasure, as always, to be able to spend a few minutes with you every single week, helping you build your life, helping you build your business, helping you show up better for yourself and for others around you, helping you do all of this by design and not by default. And I will see you guys back here on the podcast next time.
Multifamily Mindset.
Podcast. Think bigger.